Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And just to hit this real quick, this lesson coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. So yeah, we living in the last days, man. The scriptures tell you in Luke chapter 12, verse 2, that everything that is hid shall be known, right? Let's get that. This is Luke 12 and verse 2. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." And what is one of the things that has been hidden and that has not been known amongst our people for a very long time? That the so-called white man is the devil, man. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is exposing this devil in these last days. And Jake is starting to wake up to that fact that they can't be trusted. You should have no dealings with them as much as you can, right? Just stay far away from them, man. These people are vile. These people are disgusting. And they just are the lowest of the low. The scriptures call them the bases of men. Right? So here you got this brother right here. He's from a podcast called Tonight's Conversation. I don't believe he's there anymore for whatever reason, but when I heard the brother speaks, a lot of the things he was saying was, it made sense. But you have him and you have this Eve that's after this, and the whole thing with Eve is Eve made a deal with the serpent. And whether she want to let it be known or not, she's starting to figure out that this devil can't be trusted. So, we're going to play it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. The elect be edified. Check it out. I don't want this to be too long.
They used to eat us, man. They used to eat niggas. What is there to be surprised about for us? Specifically, I don't know what white people was doing when they founded this thing amongst themselves. I don't know what they had going on, but they ate niggas. They used our children as bait. There were plantations where they bred niggas.
I don't like them. I don't trust them.
And that's history that this devil is trying to erase. And they still doing it, man. You ask me, they're still eating Jake. I have not too long had a picture pop up that shows how they had Jake hog-tied on the table, cooked. Right? So I'm pretty sure they are still doing it, man. They drink blood. They have this thing called adrenochrome. This is all known things that have been exposed. And, this is not a lie, man. This is the truth. So whatever, man. You want to feel how you want to feel, whatever. So you got this Eve right here, who who's seeing the light. But let me get this scripture real quick. This is Job chapter 30, just to give you a little history on how these people were brought up and what they used to do before they were civilized, man, because they will have the whole world think that so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans need to be civilized when these damn fucking devils came out of the mountains, man, came out of the caves, right? And they were grunting, walking on all fours, filled with lice, eating out of each other's skulls, right? Dirty, wore clothes till they were melting off of them. But they would have the whole world. And this idiotic, stupid society just goes along with it. Everything that they are, they try to push out on the Israelites, man. And the Israelites are the ones that taught them how to bathe. The Israelites are the ones that taught them how to survive in the winter, right? And what they did, they turned around and they slaughtered them, man. Because that's all this devil is about, man. Bloodshed, lies, thievery, robbery, filth, abominations. This is all he's about, man. And the whole world is waking up to this. So this is why sooner or later this devil ain't gonna have no choice but to come with his sword, man. Right? This is what he does, man. When he gets found out and his secrets start getting revealed, people got to start dropping dead, man. People got to start being unalived and put to death. Right? So let's get this. This is Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would not have disdained to set with the dogs of my flock, man. So Job was saying he wouldn't even have these people next to his animals, man, next to his dog. Why? Because they sleep with them, man. They are very supportive of bestiality, right? These devils sleep with pigs. They sleep with horses. They sleep with dogs, right? Man. Verse 2, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, and whom old age was perished. For want and famine they are solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste, man, yeah, the mountains, who cut up mallows by the bushes, and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. Yeah, because everywhere they would go, people would chase them out because they didn't want them there, man. Right? The Native Americans, us being a loving people, a very humble, forgiving people, we trusted in these fucking devils, man. When they came over here with rats and diseases. And what wound up happening to the Native Americans, man? The tribe of Gad. They wound up getting diseases, smallpox, and slaughtered. Right? So it says, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks, among the bushes they braid. Right? Braid is like a grunt, man. Speaking in a language you can't understand. Right? Right? Like cavemen, because that's what they are. It says, among the bushes they braid, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth, man. And these people are very vile, disgusting, man. And the whole world is starting to see it. So check out what Eve said.
I know the history of them. I know the history of America. Guess what? The history is playing itself out perfectly in the present. I don't want to mingle with them. I don't want to be friends with them. I will stay far away from them at any job that has predominantly them in it. Let it be the women, too, that I have to work with. Oh, my God, I want nothing to do with them. I don't care. They're a virus. They're a parasite. They're the most evil entity I've ever encountered. They have enacted some of the most evil, heartless, soulless atrocities on this earth, and they will not refuse to take accountability for them. They, quote unquote, made this country through lies, through biological warfare, because they were so unhygienic. They slaughtered, enslaved, made people groups suffer the most horrible pains and agony that, again, you could imagine, right? People talk about the Holocaust, but literally the Germans got their playbook from them. And the fact that we have any remnants of them still alive, the fact that we have statues of some of the most horrible people that ever walked this land, the fact that we have schools and streets named after demons, and I don't even believe in spiritual shit, but I don't even believe in demons as a like bad thing, but I absolutely believe that they are evil, dark entities of this universe. Like, and there's no other way around it. I don't care. I can't wait for the spell to be broken. And again, I'm not even spiritual like that. Like, it's insanity that we ever thought, as us Black people, that we could live alongside of them. Like, I don't get what anybody else was trying to get. Like, at all. I'll never get it. My nervous system heightens when I'm around them because I know that they're up to fuck shit. And I know that whenever somebody my skin tone or darker walks in the room and doesn't automatically fawn to them or make them feel comfortable, that they are on attack for that person, whether it be in a
and you see that on a daily basis. You see that, man. Whether it's a job, whether it's an event, if they're upset because Esau is like a little fucking kid, man. He has to have everything his way. Man. If you don't roll out the red carpet for this devil, they make a scene, man. Right? This is why now they're losing their privilege and their whiteness that has gotten them over for forever, since forever, right? Since America was built, right? Since they came into power, they've always had to have it their way, and the other way is causes them to throw a fit, man. People have gotten killed. Jake has gotten killed, locked up over the lies and off the lies of these devils, man. This is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. We're going to close out. Never trust our enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. So the Lord is saying, never trust our enemy. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, is our number one enemy, man. Right? The Lord is saying, for like his iron is sure to rust, his wickedness is sure to bring forth, to come out. It says, though he humble himself, and these people, they're always humble. They're always smiling everywhere, right? They talk all soft, You see them in the street, they'll move out your way. They'll say, good morning, good night, how you doing? They'll speak like they'll be in a real humble spirit. The Lord said, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right? Be very vigilant when you're around these people, man. Circumspect when you're around these people, man. Right? It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, because sooner or later, you give him time, man. His wickedness and his hatred for you is going to come out. Right? So this Eve is in the right spirit. She said, I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't want to mingle with them. I don't want them near me. But we have to have them near us because we're subject to them, man. Right? But the Lord is slowly, breaking that bridge, man, because we coming back to who we are, and we know who they are, and we knowing that we can't trust them, man, because history tells us, first and foremost, the Lord tells us, and then history tells us, man, that we can't trust him. Right? So it says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Yeah, now they the people of the Lord. They live in the land, and they the people of the Lord now. Right? They the Jews. It says, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou, at the last, remember my words and be pricked therewith. Yeah, pay attention, man. Take heed. It says, who will pretty a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? So if you hang around these people and something happened to you, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you, man. Right? Those of us in the know, it be times that I'll be out, man. And me and my rib will be out, or I'll be out by myself. And you'll have a gang of these devils just walking. And then what I would say, where's that one at? And then lo and behold, you'll have either a so-called Negro man or a so-called black woman, man. Right? And they'll be in the midst. And in my mind, I'm like, man, how can they not feel uncomfortable? But then the scriptures also tell us that some of these people that may look like our people go back to them, man. So you got so-called black people that are Edomites. And you got so-called white people that are Israelites. Right? You'll have somebody that looks like an Edomite that is always around so-called Negroes. Right? And then you come to find out that his father is a so-called Negro and his mom is an Edomite. Right? So, you got that going on. But we talking about purebred Edomites. The Lord is going to wipe your ass out, man. For everything that you've done, the hatred that you've perpetuated throughout history against the Lord's people, the Lord's gonna get you back for that, man. And this is the first phase of you being shamed. Everybody finding out who you are, you being exposed, and once you come out with that wrath, man, the Lord gonna stomp your ass out, man. Right? So verse 13 again, it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Right? Verse 16, it said, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Right? Because these devils, man, all they do is try to set traps up for you to get caught up. Right? They throw guns in Jake neighborhood. They use Jake to sell their drugs and push it into the Jake neighborhoods, man. And then wind up, locking you up for life. Right? It says, he will weep with his eyes. Yeah, he act like he for you. It says, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, man. He's going to try to completely take you out, man. Right? So you can't trust these devils, man. And the Lord is waking Eve and Jacob up to it. So I'm going to finish the rest of the video, but I'm going to close out. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Don't trust these devils, man. Don't trust these devils at all, because they're on their way out. And the Lord said, he that join unto them shall fall by the sword. So to the next lesson, I'm going to say shalom.
A corporate setting, school setting, outside setting, it doesn't matter. If you are not fawning to them, making them feel comfortable, not addressing, if you're addressing elephants in the room, they will find some way to physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically crucify you.